Here I am outside Jack Barclay's in Berkeley Square, London, which is the home of Bentley in Britain, I guess, but in London particularly. This car behind me is the Blue Train Bentley, one of the most famous cars in Bentley history, and it began its reputation here, and we're going to go around London today to see how it did it and where it was famous.
We still sell classic cars at Jack Barclay, and old vintage cars and some of the cars from the 70s. We still restore them. We've still got a lot of restoration going on in our workshop at the moment. So we've got quite a big history, but in reality our business is mainly the Continentals and Mulsannes now. So it's a modern Bentley showroom with the latest technology, and we're all sort of up to date. We take orders and commission cars here in our special commissioning room. So we sit down and can take 2.5 hours to look through all the different options available. And some customers, they want to look around at the cars we have in the showroom. For example, we've got Mulsannes here, we've got convertibles here, we've got cars downstairs, and we can show them a range of things on the spot if that's what they choose.
Well, 50 Grosvenor Square is on a corner of Grosvenor Square, which used to be known as Bentley Corner, because apart from Woolf Barnato himself, other members of the Bentley Boys also had their London apartments there. So it was quite a famous place, and word is that the police used to turn a blind eye to the not entirely legal parking of big green noisy machines on the corner of Grosvenor Square when the boys were in town.
This is Woolf Barnato's house, that's why we're here. We're parked highly illegally on the pavement here. Somebody's going to come along and get us for a £250 fine very soon, I'm sure, but fortunately Richard will pay. Right, here we are in Elliston Street, which is just near Brompton Cross for anybody that knows London. This is where Gurney Nutting, the bodybuilder, was, and we're going to go and try and find signs of it. There's a lot of new developments, so we don't really know what we're looking for, but we'll find it, don't you worry. This building's about 20 years old. We think that Gurney Nutting was here before that. Gone now though. Not even a blue plaque to show for it, what a shame. Just a lot of security notices.
Well, we're just talking to the fellow here, he's the security man for the building, and he's told us that that's 10, but this little building here is 10A, so let's go and have a look.
Gosh, doesn't look big enough for a car, does it? Let alone a coach building for it. The lock must have been new, didn't it?
It's changed a bit.
Yeah.
So do you reckon this is where it was done then?
Well, this is the side, I don't think this building's original, but it's the side top, isn't it? So we've got 10A on the door, so we found the right location.
Yeah. Really. I'm not sure how you get a car in there.
No, at speed.
This is the key to the Barnato Bentley Blue Train. It's like no key we've ever seen before. There's only one. I wish anybody that wants to counterfeit it a lot of luck. So we're in here. This is Elliston Street's down here. We're going to go back past Harrods and all that kind of thing. Back towards Berkeley Square. Morton's is nearby, I think.
Well, there's a club on Berkeley Square just near the Jack Barclay showroom called Morton's. It used to be owned by Dudley Bengerfield, Dr. Dudley Bengerfield, who was a Harley Street bacteriologist and one of the Bentley boys and a Le Mans winner himself. He used to own that building, so the boys would have frequented that place as well.
So here we are back in Berkeley Square. We are outside Morton's, which is the famous Bentley Boys Club, where they were alleged to have had some good times and done a lot of business. This car would have been here as well, and we're going to see what it feels like.
Well, also it came back here when it did the rerun of the race in 2005 on the 75th anniversary. It parked here as well then.
And you were the driver?
And I was the driver at the time, yeah. With the owner.
Did you hit anything then?
I'm allowed to. No, of course not.
But we do tell all of our members about the history with the Bentley Boys, and they like being connected to it.
So you find that people come here just because of the association?
Absolutely. I mean, it's quintessentially the home of the guys that started up the supercar. So we've had a lot of supercar events with various car companies, and no, we've definitely tied it into its history.
We're going to go to 74 St James's Street, that used to house the Conservative Club, which was Woolf Barnato's club in London at the time. Probably one of many clubs he attended, but famously it's logged in the story of the Blue Train run, because he famously said, not only will I beat the train back to Calais, I'll be in London at my club before the train pulls into Calais. So he gave himself that extra challenge, if you like, and the club we're going to visit, or the building we're going to visit, is where his club was, and he was there before the train got into Calais. He achieved it, yeah. He won the £100 bet.
Here we are outside the Conservative Club, which was the place where the Blue Train car, this car, finally came to a halt. It was it's now a bank, and none the better for that. And we are in amongst a hell of a lot of traffic, and we're going to have to move on pretty soon.
The Savoy was a place that, you know, Barnato and his peer group would have attended regularly. He was a well-known attender of dinner dances and what have you there. So the Savoy is somewhere that he would have gone for a cocktail, or maybe a pre-theatre cocktail in the evening, and hopefully we're going to do exactly the same thing.
So here we are after 4 hours at the famous Savoy Hotel, which was the favourite watering hole of the Bentley boys. We're going to do in a minute exactly what they did, which is to go inside and have a Bentley cocktail. It's been quite a journey. I reckon it's taken us 4 hours to do about 4 miles. The traffic in London is murder at the moment. You wouldn't use a car like this to do this kind of a journey anymore. But it's a wonderful car, and we proved that. And now we're going to go and have the cocktail.